Alright guys, so today we're going to be going through 5 games that I'm excited for that are coming out this month. I used to do videos like this way back, and I want to get back into videos like this as well. I have a top 25 PS4 games coming up as well. Josh Anderson is currently editing that for me, and yeah, that's going to be a banger of a video going through all of the top 25 games from the generation in my humble opinion. But today we're going to be looking to the future, not the past. So I think this is kind of like a way for us to find new games together, and also for me to share what I'm excited about and games that I'm going to be playing, and then maybe you'll enjoy some of them as well and try them out and see what they're like. So I do want to do these every month, but if there's not enough games to do a video on, then I probably won't. But this month, luckily, there's a few games coming out. Happy June, let's get into it. So we're going to kick off the list with number 5, which is Outriders Worldslayer. Now, I know this isn't a full game, but it seems like it's kind of a big DLC for a game that I actually really enjoyed when I played it at launch. I played this a lot with my friends. I don't think we ended up beating the campaign, but we put an abnormal amount of hours into it on launch. Like, we played a lot of it, and Worldslayer seems to have quite a few upgrades. I feel like this game was just missing a little special something. It was really enjoyable for what it was. And it was on Game Pass as well, and I don't know if the DLC is going to be on Game Pass or not, but I would probably assume so. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I'll have to get confirmation. But yeah, I'll go through the upgrade features here. They do a Journey of Death, which is, I think, like the new campaign. Humanity's hope for survival rests on your journey deep into the cradle of Enoch's civilization. And then they have dynamic 1 to 3 player co-op, which they did have as well on launch, of course. And it's drop-in, drop-out co-op as well, which is always really nice. There's going to be 4 unique classes, new guns and gear as well, apocalypse items which will have additional 3rd mod slots to customize your loadout to match your playstyle, as well as a full and entirely free transmog system across all items. They have a new power, they got new endgame stuff, and they also have a boost in, which is to further develop your existing characters, or use the new boost to roll a geared up level 30 Outrider ready to jumpstart into the relentless action. So if you haven't beat the main campaign, you can just jump straight into the Worldslayer DLC, which is, I think, a really nice touch. So yeah, I'm tempted by this. I'm tempted to jump back into Outrider, because as I said, I did really enjoy it when I played it. I think I might have uploaded a couple of videos on YouTube, or maybe I just played it with my friends by myself. I'm not exactly sure. So next up on the list is a game called Silt, and it's actually coming out today. It's a surreal underwater puzzle adventure indie horror game. That's how they describe it. It's developed by Spiral Circus and published by Fireshine Games. Now, I've seen a couple of the reviews, because the reviews went up today. I've seen it compared to Limbo. They described it as an underwater Limbo, which definitely gets me really excited. You play as a deep sea diver who can possess the diverse marine life that enters their vicinity. So yeah, that sounds super cool to me. I never actually ended up playing Limbo, but I did love the game that came after it, Inside, which was compared to Limbo as well. So I might have to go back and play Limbo, and maybe at some point this month as well, I'll give Silt a go as well. I have seen that it gets quite difficult towards the end. Maybe the difficulty ramps up, which is something I find with these games in general as well. But I'm still excited to check it out, and if these are your kind of games, I think it'll definitely be a good one for you. The next game we're going to talk about is a Nintendo Switch game. It's Mario Strikers Battle League. It's a 5v5 football game, or soccer if you come from America. In Ireland we call it soccer as well, but that's only because we have Gaelic football, not American football. We have Gaelic football, GAA. Yes, this game comes out on June 10th, and it's the 3rd game in the Mario Strikers series. I've not played too much of Mario Strikers, so it's definitely something that I'm excited to get into. It's definitely not like a realistic football game. It more shies away from realism in favor of like absolutely bonkers, over-the-top kind of gameplay. But the basic premise is the same. You have to get the ball in the goal. It's basically like a no-holds-barred version of football / soccer. You can do things that you can do in say Mario Kart, where you can put a banana skin on the ground and have someone slip over it. You can aggressively tackle someone. It's definitely a lot more liberal with the rules than the real the real deal. But yes, there hasn't been a Mario Strikers game since 2007, so it's been about 15 years, and I'm excited for the return. Now, the penultimate game on the list today is Diablo Immortal. It comes out on mobile, but it also comes out on PC, which for some reason I'm kind of excited about. I need my Diablo fix. I know it's not going to be a mainline Diablo game, and you know, they were kind of condescending, like, do you own a phone? Like, yeah, we own phones, bro. That doesn't, like, come on. That doesn't mean we want to play mobile games, because mobile games kind of suck. But the fact that this is kind of built for PC as well gets me a little bit excited. It enters open beta on PC tomorrow, and it comes out on mobile tomorrow as well. I think 6 p.m. tomorrow in the UK/Ireland. So I'm very excited about that. You can play as the classes like the some of the classes that were in Diablo 3, the Barbarian, the Crusader, the Demon Hunter, the Monk, the Necromancer, and the Wizard. I played quite a bit of Diablo 3 on my channel, and just in general as well, off video. I played the shit out of that game. It did really well for me on YouTube, so maybe Diablo Immortals can do something similar. I want to do more than just kind of playthrough videos as well. I want to maybe do some review/preview stuff as well. We'll see how it goes and kind of follow the game along as we go. The storyline of it is set between the events of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction and Diablo 3. Diablo Immortal plunges you into a fractured and recovering sanctuary with the Archangel Tyrael presumed dead and fragments of the shattered world stone still tainting the land. The fate of Sanctuary lies in the hands of brave adventurers. You must pledge yourself to the fight, for mankind cannot succumb to the evil of the burning hells. But yeah, I've heard some mixed things on Diablo Immortal. There's some things that I'm very excited for, and there's other things that I'm very cautious about as well, including the grind for gems and gear and stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too grindy, and they fix it for launch tomorrow. So the last game, last but not least, it's definitely the game I'm most excited for this month. I plan to do a full review and a full playthrough on this channel here this month, but we're going to be talking about the Quarry. The Quarry comes out on June 10th, and it's basically a spiritual successor to Until Dawn, in a way that maybe Little Hope and the other games in that series weren't. This is more like a direct spiritual successor. It's set in the late summer in the remote forests of upstate New York, and the counselors of Hackett's Quarry have the camp to themselves for one final night. That means no kids, no adults, and no rules. In this thrilling cinematic tale, you control the fates of all 9 camp counselors as their party plans unravel into an unpredictable night of horror, with life or death decisions around every turn. The choices you make will determine how the story unfolds, and pretty much exactly the same way as Until Dawn was, and very similar in the way that it looks like the story is going to play out as well, but I'm sure it will be different in theory, different in execution rather. I'm hoping this is Supermassive Games back to their best. They're working with 2K on this one. I am a 2K partner, so I'm hoping to get a code maybe around release or before release if possible. And it looks a lot more high quality than the last couple of Supermassive games, which I don't think were bad games. I just don't think they even really came close to the level that Until Dawn set in 2015. It was a hard act for them to follow. They had Sony's funds in that, and it's a completely understandable thing that they weren't as good after, but it was just disappointing regardless. And hopefully this is them, as I said, back to their best. We shall see. And yes, look out for content with all these games coming up this month here on this channel and over on the Apex Hound channel as well. We'll be playing Mario Strikers over there and maybe a couple of the other games as well. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ApexHound1, and you can follow me on my other social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and all that in the links down below. If you want to join my Discord, feel free. Appreciate the support. Make sure to drop a like. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking up here somewhere on the screen, and I definitely want to do more videos like this in the future. Not just this specifically, but more content like this in general, reviews and more just non-playthrough stuff basically. Thanks for watching. Drop a like. See you next time.